Pittsburgh Steelers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Takes it at the 7. Play action. Pickett.
Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Titan football.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Second down and goal. Pickett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-9. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Third down, it's Willis.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
They went with the ever-popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they caught him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Pickett sets up play action.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with a 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Willis from the gun on third down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Willis looking to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Willis looks to pass it here.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Willis with it on 3rd and 1. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Willis with another keeper.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Steelers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win.
That's caught inside the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
It certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Pickett to throw on first down. Right side, Claypool's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play here. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss-hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
Second down, here's Willis. And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
To throw, here's Willis.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2. They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors 17.
Now Willis. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Willis.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Off play action. Pickett.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Myles Jack with a sack.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Right back to the air again with Willis. Open man is Duvernay.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Willis on 3rd down. He gets this one to Burks. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Willis. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And award that sack to Boogie Basham.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Basham drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run with your feet. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
63 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Pickett sets up play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Throwing again on 2nd down. Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool. Beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score the Steelers 37, the Titans nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now Willis to throw. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
And my goodness, another interception. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Willis now off play action.
And now here's another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six. For the Steelers touchdown. Now for the play after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Pickett to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. One final try here for Willis.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
One final try for Willis. And now here's another interception. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.